You guys were so close.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Alrighty.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I cannot see you.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm still setting up. I'm running a couple minutes behind. Sorry.
I thought Melody checked in, but I can't see her now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there she is. Wait. No picture.
So hot lately.
Yes, I believe summer has finally arrived for sure.
Yesterday I was driving all day. It was so humid and so hot. Oh gosh. So I decided to stay home and work.
It's 107 now, I think. Is Melody there? I don't see her little face. Oh, I see that.
That's fine. Some people don't want the video there, so that's fine. They don't have to do that.
Oh, well, how are we going to see what you're doing?
You want to make sure everyone's paying attention, Jane?
No, I just wanted to say hi to her because I got to say hi to Son.
Hi.
Oh, I like your background, Sam. Very cool looking.
A mess, my home.
I like that. It's a Northern Lights. That's great.
I know, and his background makes me feel cool.
Yeah. I'm in Alaska. It's right there.
Yeah, hoping to see it myself someday.
And it's best weather to see the Northern Light right now.
Right now?
Yeah, yeah. You
Oh,
can.
really?
Right now,
I thought it was in the winter time.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I'm glad at least a couple people showed up. I'm gonna be sending this out to all of the agents anyway, so you guys will get a copy of this if you guys want to look at it again. Michael and myself and Armina, we updated a few of the forms that we use are like required documents that Michael wants you guys to have. Actually, give me 1 second. Let me grab them. Okay.
We don't have to use the COVID forms anymore, do we?
I don't think so. They're not on this list. So I don't think so. It's probably not bad just to have your client sign it for the next couple months anyway until everything is like fully over. But I mean, I don't know that it's a huge deal one way or the other. I kind of think it's a little ridiculous anyway. I mean, the disclosure, like who doesn't know that there's COVID out there? I mean, come on. But I understand where they're coming from, like a liability type of thing. So there we go. I shared my screen with everyone. So I'm going to be going over the main ones that people are going to be using, which would be the residential listing and the residential purchase. We have the commercial and the vacant land ones. You guys can look them over. Most agents don't have those or do those, so I'm not really going to go over them, but they are there. The only thing that I will point out about those ones, and this is probably the most important part, is that the vacant land and the commercial, those deals are a 50-50 split with Michael, unless when you signed your contract with Go Global, you had a different deal worked out with him. So especially your first ones, if you've never done them before, they're going to be a 50-50 split with Michael. After you've done a couple of them, you may be able to talk to Michael and negotiate and get a little bit more. But the start is a 50-50 split. And then the other thing about that, if you guys are doing vacant land or commercial, you need to make sure when you start that deal that you let Michael know that you're doing them. Don't just spring it on him at the last second when it's about to close. Make sure you let him know in advance. That way he can help you out and make sure everything goes smoothly for you. So if you're going to be sharing your commission with him, don't be afraid to make him work for it. Ask him whatever questions you need. So that's super, super important. So I'll start out with the listing one. So this is the new checklist. We added a few things on here. Number one, the supplemental duties owed. That's not a required one, but if you have another real estate agent that is like helping you with the transaction, or if you have like a transaction coordinator that's like sending your documents out for them to be like e-signed, something like that, then you should really have a supplemental duties owed, adding them on there and having your client sign. The other one that we added, this one, for some reason, they had gotten rid of it on transaction desk and they brought it back. This is the confirmation of real estate relationship. That form is now something Michael wants to have you guys and your client sign. It's pretty basic, just saying what your relationship is. Are you representing just them or both? Obviously, if you're representing both, you need to have them sign the consent to act, and the duties owed need to be initialed May. And then down
here. It's an RPA. It's still required. We didn't have that before. I mean,
Oh, God, you're going to paperwork us to death.
Yeah, long time ago. I mean, we have, but
they took it away. They didn't even have it on transaction desk.
Came back?
Yeah, they brought it back. It's only one more document. It'll literally take you 30 seconds to have your client sign it. So calm down, guys.
30 seconds for you.
All right. Simmer down, everyone. The other one that I want to point out to you guys, if you guys have a listing that you guys are doing and you are not going to put it into the MLS, you need to make sure down here on this page here, number 18 for the marketing and advertising, you have to check the does not box, does not want public marketing and advertising activities. And then down here, this is the office exclusive. This is to not have it go into the MLS. So you would have if it's not going into the MLS, you would check the box for does want an office exclusive listing. And then there is an office exclusive form that needs to be filled out. And you guys are going to love this, because this document needs to be filled out and initialed and signed by the seller. And then it also needs to be notarized. So you have to have your client notarize this document. This is for if you do not want it in the MLS. So you have to have, once you have a listing agreement that's signed, you have 2 business days to have your client sign and notarize this and send it over to LVR. So that's the way that you do it if you are going to have a listing that's not going to go into the MLS. The other ones that we added for this one is down here, the wire fraud disclosure. This one obviously is about wire fraud exists. Make sure your clients are aware of that and have them sign this form.
Listen, Matt, that's part of all the escrow instructions now. They carry that form. Do we have to do another one also?
Yes. Yeah, you have to have them fill this form out and upload it here. So
That's
then,
two now.
I know we're almost done though. And then this one here, I don't know why it wasn't on the old checklist. For the listing, it was on the one for the purchase side. But for listings, you have to give your client the residential disclosure guide and have them sign. On the listing agreement, there's a section in here that says that you gave it to them. Required disclosures, this one here, this says that you gave, the seller acknowledges receipt of it. So make sure that you give them the residential disclosure guide and have them sign it. And then the other one is the mold waiver. So those are the new ones for the listing checklist. And then the only other thing on here is the referral fee agreement. So if you are splitting a deal with like another agent here in the office or outside of the office, you need to do a referral agreement and have you sign it, the other agent sign it, and the broker sign it. So make sure to do that. If you have one, make sure to upload it when you submit your file for review. So that one is the listing side one. I will briefly touch on this one here. This is a courtesy listing. Just FYI for all of the agents, if you guys do a courtesy listing, we have to have a file opened in the office for any courtesy listings. And this one is a small checklist, so I'm sure you guys will like that. You have to have a listing agreement. You're going to use the same listing agreement that you use if you're selling the property, except instead of putting in a purchase price of say $300,000, you're going to put in $1,995 or $1,500, whatever the rent is going to be. So, but if it goes into the MLS like that, we have to have a file opened here at the office. So make sure you have them sign the listing agreement, sign the duties owed, and then we need a copy of the referral check brought to the office. And we need this check prior to it going live in the MLS. So you have to bring the check made out to Go Global Realty, bring it to the office, give it to Lori, she'll deposit it. Now, in the off chance that the owner takes it off the market or finds the tenant themselves or anything like that, and that money needs to be refunded, we can easily cut a check back to the owner. So, but we need to have the money on hand before it goes into the MLS. And then the other thing that we need is this document. This is one that we created. This is a owner managed disclosure. Has to be signed by anyone that applies for the property. This document, I'll go over it really quickly with you if I can find it. This one just says, Go Global Realty is not managing the property you're applying for. The owner is self-managing it. Go Global is only helping the owner find a tenant. Even if an agent from Go Global writes the lease agreement and provides it to you and the owner, the applicant understands that Go Global is not involved in any way in the management of the property. The applicant also authorizes Go Global to process the application, run the credit, background check, rental history, income verification, and share this information with the owner, and they will make the final decision on approval. So make sure that you have anyone that applies sign this document. And then the other thing, if you guys would like, you can have, if you want to charge all of the applicants $80 per adult, you can give those applications and those application fees to Go Global and Michael, and we will take your applications and we will run them through our property management system AppFolio, and we will pull credit and background for you through AppFolio, and we can provide them to you. So basically that would be $80 per person. So Go Global Realty is going to keep those application fees, but you will get a background check and a credit check. So that would be beneficial. I would recommend all of you guys do that. That way your owner doesn't get saddled with a shitty tenant. So that one's the courtesy listing. And then last one we'll go over is the purchase one. So this one basically kind of the same stuff here. Supplemental duties owed is on here. Confirmation regarding real estate relationship. We added the buyer brokerage agreement. It's not a required form. I know a lot of us can't get our clients to sign that. We put it on here though because it is beneficial if you can get your clients to sign it. That way you don't get screwed by doing work and not getting paid for it. So we put that on there. It's not required to do. If you can get your clients to sign it, that would be nice. The other one that we added here is the buyer's notice of disclosure. This is a new, well, semi-new transaction desk form. This is kind of a catch-all disclosure. It has pest, soil, mold, flood, radon, airport noise, for your protection, home warranty, rental restrictions, that type of stuff. So that one's a pretty good disclosure. However, this one is okay, but we don't really like that they left out some of the stuff in the mold notice here. So that one is still required, even though it talks about it. But the buyer's notice of disclosure, it doesn't have this clause in here, which is probably the most important part of it, the release of liability. So that's why we're still going to have you guys have your client sign this one. And
So
then
they have
also,
to sign. They have to sign both.
yes.
All right, and then they also have to sign. What's the other one? The lead base if necessary, and all the other ones that are included.
If it's built before 1978, yeah, you have to have them sign the lead-based paint disclosure. Yes, that is correct. And then also, this one talks. Oh wait, not this one. This one has a section in here about the for your protection, get a home inspection. But it says here that the buyer has carefully read the attached for your protection, get a home inspection notice. But of course, this document here doesn't actually have that page. So that's why we still want you guys to have your clients also still sign this one here. That way they will have this. They're supposed to read this form. So those are, oh, and then also for the, this one here, we also have you do the wire fraud for this one. So those are the updates. A couple extra forms for you. Really, we're not trying to make you guys do more work or work extra. This is more to protect everyone. So hopefully that will help and save you guys a little bit of trouble and liability. So that's basically what it's all about. So those are the new forms for you guys. If anyone has any questions, I know we're still going through transaction desk for you guys to submit your files for review. So if you guys have any questions while I'm here, you guys can shoot them at me. One thing that I'll quickly say about it, I know a lot of or some people have been asking about if you can split documents through here like you could in Dotloop. So the answer to that is yes, you can split them. So the way that you would do that is if you go here on the side to documents in whatever transaction that you're in, if you add the document in here, then you can find the document and open it up. Then if you click this little box here, this is the document slicer tool. And this will open up all of the documents. You can see the pages of them. So if you just wanted to grab out, say, the very last page of a document, you would click on the document. So the border is highlighted there in the blue. And then you would click the save button. And it's going to ask you, you want to save this document as, and you would name it. We'll say it's called duties owed, and then you would click the save button, and now that document has been spliced out, and then you can click close and then save the changes yes, and then if you find the document which we grabbed out of there, which was called duties owed, that is it there. So that's how you kind of like split any sort of documents if you need them split. So that was a common question that I was asked by people. Another quick thing here in the checklist, we only have spots for counteroffer 1, 2, and 3 and addendum 1, 2, and 3. If you have any extra addendums, addendum 4, addendum 5, counteroffer 4, counteroffer 5, they're still required for you to upload to the checklist so we can review them. And the way that you would do that is you would need to manually add a counteroffer 4 or an addendum 4, and you would do that by clicking the add button and clicking add checklist item. And then the item we're going to add is going to be a document. The name of the document is going to be addendum 4. We're going to add it to this checklist that we're in, and then we're going to click save. And then that document is going to pop out down here at the bottom. So you would upload your addendum 4 there, attach it, and then drag and drop it there. So that would be how you guys would do that. Just a quick reminder, when you guys are working on your files, you guys, when the file is completed and you guys are ready to get paid, all your documents have been uploaded, you are going to change the status here from opened to closed. And then once you change that status, you need to make sure to click this little check mark button, and that will save your change. And then Michael will get notified that you've changed the status of your file. He will go in and review your file and change it. If he approves it, he will change it to closed file complete. And then you will, that will be Lori's cue to cut your check. If he doesn't approve your file, there's something missing in it, he's going to change the status from closed down to pending. And then you should get an email notification if he doesn't approve one of your documents. It'll show here on the submitted here, it'll show a little red thumbs down. And then if you hover over that, it'll show you the note there, what's wrong with it. You should also get email saying that there was something wrong with that document and what is wrong with it and what you need to do to fix it. That would be how you would do that. Once you correct those errors, you would then change the status back from pending back to closed. And then Michael will get emailed again saying that you submitted the file again, and then he'll look at those corrections and make sure they're good, and then he'll approve the file. So if there's something in your file that gets rejected and you need to upload a revised version of that document, you can do a couple of things. Number one, you could click the menu here and you could click the remove from queue button, and that will remove that old document, and then you can simply just click the attach button and then drag and drop in your new one. Otherwise, if you're you uploaded the wrong one and it's here already in your documents page here, when you click this submit button, if you have something already uploaded in that place, you will just upload it there and then click the submit button, and it'll just upload it right on top of the one that's incorrect. So that's how you go about that. I had a couple questions about that as well. And then one last thing, this details page here, this is required stuff for you guys to fill out in order for you guys to get paid. If this stuff isn't filled out, then it will not show up on the accounting side for Lori, so she won't be able to process your check. So the stuff that's required here, obviously the street name, the street number, the city, the state, the county, the zip code, this here property type, commercial or residential, the MLS number, the year built, the parcel number, the purchase price, the deposit. You don't need to worry about any of the mortgage stuff. You don't need to worry about leased items. Down here for transaction dates, the only ones we need are the offer date and the closing date. Then down here on the commissions side, the only one that you have to worry about is whatever side of the commission that you are on, whether that be the listing or the selling side. And then make sure when you put in the commission amount, not the commission percentage. Because when you're putting in the commission amount, you need to factor in if there is a transaction fee. So if you're charging your client that extra transaction fee, whatever that is, you want to add that to whatever your commission is going to be. So if you're getting 2.5% commission and you're charging your client the $5.95 transaction fee, your actual commission is going to end up being not 2.5%, it's going to be like 2.6%. So make sure you put the actual amount in there. And then down here, when you put in that, you're gonna make sure your end count is always gonna be 1. The commission percentage would be 100%, and the amount would be whatever should match whatever the commission amount is. Then down here, the conditions, you guys need to put in any sort of contingencies that are here. So due diligence, appraisal, loan contingency, those ones you need to put in here. And then you need to put however many days it is. If it's 25 days, you need to count out 25 days and put that in there. And then the met by date, you can just put whatever the due date is. This stuff, ideally, you guys should put this in here when you guys start the transaction. This will be good reminders for you guys, because obviously those dates are very important to your client and their earnest money deposit. So Michael feels if he has you guys write this stuff out, it will help stay in your brain and help protect you and your client, so there's not any issues down the line.
Okay, but listen, so then there should be a bunch of those. Number 1, due diligence. Number 2, appraisal. Number 3, loan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? It should, all of those would have to be in there then, because they're all.
Yes, you should put all of those in there. Yes.
They're
And then,
contingencies, not conditions, but okay.
yeah, I can't change what they call this, but yeah, contingencies,
Okay.
conditions, same thing. So yeah, loan, due diligence,
It's so much paperwork.
appraisal, those ones, those should all be in there. And then down here, unless it's a referral outside of the company, you don't need to worry about this. Outside brokers, you don't need to worry about that. And then down here, trust and escrow, you need to put the title company, the date it was deposited, the amount, and this one down here, the we hold, they're holding it, so that would be yes. And then you don't need to worry about the check number. So this stuff all needs to be put into your files. That's going to be part of the like required section. So make sure you put all of this stuff in there, please. And then yeah, that's it there. So again, if any of you guys have any questions or having any sort of issues with it, let me know, call or text me, and I'll be happy to help you guys. So any other
Okay,
questions?
so yeah, so okay, let's say, I mean, I've been putting in 14 offers a week, and so I'm filling all this stuff out, and then this is no good anymore because none of them were accepted. So
Yeah, you don't
I don't
need
want to
don't
leave
need-
them open all the time. I want them off my paper because they're confusing transaction desk. I want them gone. I want the picture gone. I want the address gone, and I want all the paperwork gone.
Okay. So
But they
first
won't
off,
let me erase it.
you can't delete the files, but I will work on that. So first off, this details page, it doesn't need to be filled out until after you get a agreement that's
Approved,
under
yeah.
contract.
I get
you don't
that,
need to worry about that. And then as far as these statuses, I will talk to Michael, and I think I'll ask him about creating a new status in here that will say maybe like unaccepted offers, something like that you guys can
because
throw all of those in there. And
I'm
then
putting them in history right now to get them off, but
yeah,
still,
so
My computer is so jammed up with all these offers and everything. It's just overwhelming to me and transaction desk.
Yeah. So I'll create a new option that you can put all of those into. Otherwise, when you're here on your like home landing page, you can always like filter them out here. So what I'll do is I'll create a new status here that'll be like unaccepted offers, and then you can dump all of them into there, and then you can set your filters so it'll only show you, say, the open ones. That way you won't see any of those, Jane. Okay?
That would be nicer.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. That won't be too hard. So, okay, yeah, I can do that. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, I have a question about how to where I can download the new checklist. I was looking for the new checklist for.
So yeah, so I emailed all of the checklists. Thank you, Sam. That was a good question. So you guys have them as like PDFs. We are going to send transaction desk, the help people, a message, and those checklists are going to be added to the forms here. So you'll they're not in here yet, but they will be. They'll be added. So it'll be like a regular interactive form. It'll have all of the Go Global checklists, and you'll be able to just open them up and type right into them all of the stuff and check the boxes, all of that stuff, just like it was on Dotloop. So I just need to send the forms to them, and then they'll upload them. Also, we're going to be all of the forms that we use here. They're going to be branded with the Go Global logo. So all of the forms that you're going to be using, they're all going to have our company logo on them. So that's something that I talked to the people at Transaction Desk, and they're going to add the Go Global logo. So your clients, when they sign all the forms, they'll all have the Go Global logo on them. So that'll be coming. I'm not sure how long it'll take them to do all of that, but I would say before the end of the month, that'll be live for you guys.
Okay, so we go to forms, we click on residential forms, and we automatically, when we click on, let's say, RPA, it's going to have Go Global on the top?
Yeah, it's gonna the Go
Okay,
Global
cool.
logo is gonna be there. Yes.
That's the only good thing so far today, Matt.
What are you worried about, Jane? You don't even do your own transaction.
I know, and I'm not going to. I thought we had to fill out that checklist and transfer everything over there. God, I was having a heart attack. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I know it's more work, and I'm a real estate agent too, so I'm in the same boat with you guys. But the bottom line is the main reason why we did this is to protect you guys and limit your liability. So I know it's more work, but in the long run, it'll be better for you guys. So so that's it. That's all that I have. Any other questions before I let you guys go?
Question on commercial list.
Yes.
Okay, can you show the form, please?
The you want to see the checklist?
Yeah, the commercial listing.
Yes, let me pull it up. So you want to see the commercial listing or the commercial purchase?
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah, that's listing is fine. Yeah. Okay, there is the name of the phone number, email, the attorneys. I mean, we didn't require the attorneys before.
Yeah. Some commercial deals, especially if they're like on the larger side, there will be attorneys that will be like helping out on the deal, doing kind of like the contracts and stuff like that. So if there is an attorney, you can put their, their name and their number in there.
Okay. Okay.
But if it's a smaller deal or there's no attorneys involved, you can just write NA, not applicable.
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Yep, that's fine. So,
okay,
okay.
okay.
Anything else before I let you guys go?
Well, I have another question, not this one. We got
Yes.
an email from you guys about the return the keys.
Yes.
Okay. And oh, got a call. Okay. So what there is I understood one of them, the card that we returned. What what is it called? I need to look at this.
The card reader. Here,
Reader.
hold on. I'll show it to you, son.
What's the reader you're talking
That, you know, when you're, if you don't want to use your phone, they had a card that you could put in instead.
Which one?
Yeah, they took that away.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
The card reader is where, whenever, I know no one ever used the cards, but if you
Neither.
did use the card, you had to like activate the card every day. So there was a
I have that. Yeah.
card reader, and the card would plug into the reader.
Yeah.
So this
But I
thing, look around for it, son, and see if you can find it. So otherwise, I'm not sure if you read the form. Basically, the way that it is, when you signed up and you paid your dues, there was a $100 deposit that they took from you.
Oh,
So
man.
if you only have the card, they're going to give you $40 back. If you only
back. Yeah.
if you only have the reader, they're going to give you $60 back.
Yeah,
To get
got
the full 100, you got to have both.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it. And then basically, we at Go Global, we're going to be collecting them until the end of June. After that, that you actually don't have to return them. You have until November 5th, I believe, to return them to GLVAR or LVR now, I guess, whatever. But we are gonna just collect them if it's easier for you guys to bring them to Go Global, and then we'll bring all of them on our own sometime in July and drop them off for you. Otherwise, if LVR is closer to your house than here, you can drop them off on your own. Just keep in mind that when you return the card and the reader, there's also a form that I attached in that email that needs to be printed out and filled out and signed.
Okay.
So that's it. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
I think take that off. It's pretty useful. Sometimes when I go to Summerlin or somewhere, there's no signal, and I have to use this.
Yeah, I agree. I've used the card a couple of times as well, but that's above us. I don't know why they're getting rid of it, but they are. So you're gonna have to figure out without it. So
I have a question is about sometimes when I have a transaction I cancel during the escrow, I don't have to do anything, right? Just upload it and change the standards to withdraw. That's it, right?
yeah, so that was a good question. I'm glad I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, so the way that it works, if you guys have a canceled transaction or if you have a purchase that falls out of escrow, or if you have a listing that either expires or gets withdrawn, we have to have a file opened here at Go Global and closed out. So you need to close out that file. And the way that you would do that is you have to upload either the signed purchase agreement or listing agreement, the duties owed, and then if it's a purchase, you have to upload the fully executed cancellation addendum. You would upload those 3 documents. So like the purchase agreement, the duties owed, and then the addendum in one of these spots. And then you would still do the same thing, change the status from open to closed. That way we see it. I can look at it, make sure that you closed it out properly, and assign it a file number with in our office. And then the same thing, if it's a listing agreement, you're going to upload the listing agreement, the duties owed, and then if it just expires, you would upload the expired MLS printout into one of these spots, the ER, the under contract, or the S status, and then again change the status from open to closed. And then if it gets withdrawn, you're going to upload the fully executed withdrawal order signed by the seller and the broker into the MLS change order spot on the checklist, along with the duties owed and the listing agreement, and then change the status to close so that I can see that and close it out and assign a file number to it. So,
All right.
yes,
But
that
what
is
if it's,
very important. That is absolutely required for all of your transactions, purchases and listings.
but what if it's just an offer that got ignored?
No, that one you don't have to worry about. That doesn't matter.
It's only applied to only applied to the file that goes into the escrow, right?
Yeah, only if it becomes fully executed.
Okay, then how do we get rid of it?
What do you mean get rid of it?
No,
Well,
we can't. We can't.
I've got like 15 or 20 offers that are clouding up my
Yeah, I'm overwhelming by that too because the
I am
transaction.
too.
So what you can do, like I said, I'm gonna now that I see that this is an issue, I will let me see if I can do it right now. I will create a new section for you guys, or a new option, so you can change the status for you can change the status from open to like unaccepted offer, and you can put all of those in there, and then you can filter them out when you're on your home screen.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we can transfer them to history, but when are you gonna empty all the histories for us?
We're
so we
not,
don't
we're not
have-
gonna not gonna empty them. The division requires us to keep all of that stuff.
Yeah, I have a file back to 2016.
I
Yeah,
know,
so
and the thing
so-
is, our laptops can't handle all these histories.
Well, this stuff isn't really saved on your laptop. It's run through transaction desk, so it shouldn't really
All
be
right,
an
as
issue.
long as I don't have to look at it anymore.
You're
so
not, you're
after-
not, yeah, you're not gonna have to look at it. Don't worry.
After we say not accepted, then we can put it in history and get rid of it forever, right? I mean,
Yes.
yeah, all right, fine.
Yeah, and
It's
and,
not-
and it
sometimes-
won't. Yeah, it won't show up there. So
Sometimes I was doing is I just, for example, this is the address I'm using to write an offer. That I know I'm going to write a multiple offer, so I use the same address to just change the
I
address.
do too, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have to have multiple different files in the transaction desk.
right, you can. Yeah, you can do that if you want. That's up to you if that's easier for you.
But I got jammed up on that because it keeps putting out old agents' names and I have to go and
Yeah.
change it and
Yeah,
da-da-da.
that's why. Yeah, so I mean, I used to do that too, but to be honest, I think it's a little bit faster if when you create your transaction, if you're using this here where you're putting in the MLS
Yeah.
number, it's
Yeah.
pulling most of the information. For me, I think it's just faster to create a new one
No,
personally.
because you have to refill out every single piece of paper, and now you guys want us to do like 15 extra pages.
I don't know about
That's too
15,
much.
but a couple extra.
5. That's too much work for every offer when you're doing like 14 offers a week. That, you know,
Yeah.
I agree with Sam. It's just easier to copy it.
Yeah, if that's, like I said, yeah, if that's easier for you guys, that's fine, you can do that.
Oh, I really prefer to use .loop. We have different websites to go. One is for the transaction, one is for the file. I don't care about the files, the one in the transaction.
Yeah, I mean, transaction or .loop was a little bit easier now that we're using this one, but this one is free, so free is always better, right? So yeah, that's why we switched over to this, is because this is included in Michael's
Subscription.
stuff. So yeah, that's why we did that.
Well, you did a great job, Matt.
I know I'm getting better at this. So thank
No,
you.
you
I'm
did
glad.
really good.
I wasn't sure if anyone was even gonna show up for the class, so I was pleasantly surprised that I at least got a few people. So
Well, Transaction Desk kept telling us they were changing the forms again, and it's like, oh gosh. And every time we take a class, it's the new forms, and they're crazy. And so now Go Global will have their own forms. We don't have to worry about all these new forms coming out over and over.
Yeah.
That'll be better. All
Get
right.
an admin.
What?
I say get an admin so you don't have to worry.
Oh yeah, right. So I'll add a new setting in there so you guys can put all of your transactions in there. I need to remember where it is that I add it in there, but I'm looking for it right now. So I'll add it today for you guys, and then what you guys want to do is once you guys do that, you'll be able to change it from open to like unaccepted offer, something like that. And then when you're here on your home screen, you're gonna just hit this filter button. And then if you just want to see the ones that you have that you've set to open, you can do that and apply, and it'll just show you those ones. So that'll be the way that you would filter them out. So
All right.
okay.
Well, we're gonna put them in retirement anyway, whatever it's called, history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Then we don't have to look at them at all.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay,
All right.
got it, Matt.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. See you guys later. Thank you
All
for
right, good
bearing with
job,
me.
Matt.
Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.